In the past few years, technology has blown up everywhere and affected practically everyone's lives. Many would like to think it has affected their lives for the better, but I personally do not think so. There are many ways technology can negatively affect many different people, but the people I'm going to be focusing on for the speech are students, since they are the majority of my audience. I believe technology is one of the main factors in why students' test scores across the nation are not increasing. I think these scores have been stagnant because students are not retaining as much information as they used to before technology was introduced to the classroom. Today I'm going to be talking about how handwriting notes may be able to solve this nationwide problem by explaining the benefits handwriting can provide for its students. In most modern-day classrooms, technology is used almost every day. Whether it is in the teaching of the lesson or in the homework, it is used in different ways throughout the day. One of the most common ways it is used for is note-taking. In class, whenever I got the choice to type my notes or write them out by hand, it was never a hard decision for me. I always chose to type them. And I think many other students do the same because it seems faster and more convenient, so they do not miss any of the information they are typing. However, what many students do not know is that if they want to succeed in their classes, typing their notes may not be the best option for them. I believe that if students did not have the option to type their notes, they would retain more information and do better on their tests, which would ultimately improve national test scores. I'm first going to explain why handwriting notes can help students remember the information better. Usually in class, students choose to type their notes because it is faster and they can get down most or almost all of the information that is said. However, when students are writing their notes out by hand, they know they will not have enough time to write everything down, so they prioritize and make sure they get the important stuff written down. This is shown in a study published in Psychological Science where Pam A. Mueller and Daniel M. Oppenheimer from Princeton University and the University of California tested how note-taking by hand or by computer affects learning. According to Mueller, when people type their notes, they have this tendency to try to take verbatim notes and write down as much as lecture as they can. On the other hand, she said, students who were taking longhand notes in her studies were forced to be more selective because you can't write as fast as you can type. And that extra processing of the material they were doing greatly benefited them. Mueller and Oppenheimer also go on to explain how note-taking can be categorized in two different ways, generative and non-generative. Generative note-taking involves paraphrasing and summary, as in handwriting notes, where non-generative involves copying word for word, like one would do when they're typing. And through their various studies, they concluded that handwriting their notes helps students perform better. Besides improving in your classes, there are also more benefits handwriting can provide for students. These benefits can fall under two different categories, mental and physical. As you probably know, mental benefits would be related to the mind, whereas physical benefits would be related to the body. One mental benefit is increased creativity. According to Make Use Of on their online website, creative thinking requires the connection of different types of ideas. Handwriting activates multiple areas of the brain in a way that typing doesn't. And although creativity is such an abstract concept and can be difficult to measure, there are many reasons to believe why handwriting can have a positive effect on your creative thoughts. One of these reasons being that fluid arm movements are linked to increased creativity. And as you can probably guess, handwriting involves these fluid arm movements. Writing can also help people with dyslexia. Academic therapist based in Great Falls, Deborah Spear, says that writing in cursive is an essential part of her work with her dyslexic students. She explains how cursive writing can help them by saying, because all letters in cursive start on a baseline, and because the pen moves fluidly from left to right, cursive is easier to learn for dyslexic students who have trouble forming words correctly. Handwriting can also be known to ease depression and anxiety. When someone is feeling either sad or stressed, sometimes writing out your thoughts and materializing them can be good therapy. When you write out by hand, preferably in cursive, the movement in your hand is rhythmic, helping your sporadic thoughts calm. Also, when you write your words out, you connect to them more, which can help you process your problem or problems with less difficulty. In conclusion, today I have briefly explained the ongoing problem of the national test scores not increasing, and I have proposed my solution. I believe that if students did not have the option to type their notes, they would retain more information and do better on their tests, which would ultimately improve national test scores. I have also talked about some of the many benefits handwriting can provide for in students. I hope my speech has not only informed you of this problem, but also showed you how it can be solved. So next time you're about to type your notes for class, I hope you think twice.